Welcome to The Buzz, the official highlight show of AIC Athletics. Seth Dussault, the voice of the Yellow Jackets here, and fall seasons are in full swing. So let's dive right into the action, and we'll start with the volleyball team, which was at the Hyatt Place Bash at the Beach at Palm Beach Atlantic down in Florida. They went 2-2 on the weekend. Yellow Jackets securing 3-1 victories over Lenore Ryan on Friday and Emmanuel College on Saturday. Andrea Serra rang up 49 kills over the 4 matches to lead the Yellow Jackets. Milani Hernandez had 19 blocks in the 4 contests. The Yellow Jackets will head to Rochester, the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks tournament, this coming weekend for their last tune-up before they open conference play the following week. It's been 2 years since they've competed as a full team, but the triathlon squad was out in force at the Pumpkin Man Triathlon in South Berwick, Maine this weekend. Allie Drexler led the way for the Yellow Jackets, a time of 1:28:07 for her squad. AIC will be back in action Sunday at the Buzzards Bay Triathlon just on the far side of the state of Massachusetts. The cross-country team was in action at the Shacklett Invitational this weekend, and both sides did very well, the men finishing third as a unit and the women taking second. On the men's side, they were led by Jason Beaver, who won the race for AIC and earned NE10 Male Athlete of the Week for cross-country, while on the women's side, it was Marceline Camayo making her debut, finishing second. The freshman was named NE10 Cross-Country Rookie of the Week. Yellow Jackets will now have a week off before they compete again. They'll be going to Central Connecticut State University for the Ted Owen Invitational on September 25. Our golf teams were both in action this weekend. On the men's side, Lee Sue shot an even par 144 up at Franklin Pierce University, finishing tied for 5th and leading the Yellow Jackets in that matchup. They'll be back in the Granite State to take on Southern New Hampshire's Invitational this coming Monday and Tuesday. While on the women's side, Rocio Bausa finished tied for 8th out at St. Rose. Likewise, they'll be back in the same state they were in this weekend next weekend as they will head to Lemoyne. The football team had an unbelievable matchup on Friday night down at Pace University in Pleasantville, New York. Trailing 26-6 in the third quarter, Jason DeMild engineered an unreal comeback as AIC scored 27 points straight to take a 33-26 lead. The Setters were able to tie the game with 39 seconds, but all that did was set the stage for more heroics from the quarterback. He hit Jaheim McGuire for a 27-yard touchdown pass with 18 seconds left, and then a Terrell Wallace interception on the final play of the game sealed the victory for AIC. Roddy Rojas Portilla picked up Special Teams Player of the Week for his efforts in the game. The Yellow Jackets head to Franklin Pierce on Saturday for their first actual NE10 contest. Women's rugby opened their season with a bang at the University of Albany. Yasmin Guerrero and Sully Guerrero each had 3 tries. Cassidy Pothier went 9 for 9 on conversions as the Yellow Jackets crushed the Great Danes 87-0. They'll be heading to New Jersey this weekend for a neutral site matchup with Lander on Saturday at 3 o'clock. The men's soccer team only had 1 game last week, but they made it count, blasting the Bloomfield Bears 6-2 on Saturday. Franz Dow opened each half with a strike inside of the first 5 minutes, and Josip Velidzik had 2 penalty kick goals in the first half alone. Mathis St. Louis and Josiah Clark each also hit the net in the second half as AIC scored its biggest win in some time. They'll head to Caldwell tomorrow to close out non-league play before opening NE10 action against New Haven this weekend at home. On the women's side, it was a split week. The Yellow Jackets went 1-1. Reese Carey, Gabby Williams both hit the net in a 2-0 win over Caldwell on Wednesday. Carey also picked up an assist on Williams' goal to give her a 3-point game. Saturday, the team opened NE10 action against Assumption, and although the Yellow Jackets controlled play through the first 90 minutes, 2 crossbars and a missed penalty proved to be costly as the Greyhounds swiped a 1-0 win in overtime. Yellow Jackets will be on the road this week and look to bounce back with some tough NE10 competition. They're at St. Rose on Wednesday and then going to St. Michael's on Saturday. The women's tennis team kicked off its season on Saturday against Franklin Pierce. The Yellow Jackets did fall 7-0 to the Ravens. They'll look to bounce back today as they head down to Adelphi University as they tune up for the ITAs that come up this weekend, Friday and Saturday in Flushing, New York. Field hockey added to its collection of wins, improving to 4-1 on the season and 2-0 in the NE10 with victories over Franklin Pierce and Molloy. The Yellow Jackets needed overtime to topple the Ravens, but a brilliant rush up the right side by Brooke Safran set the stage for a Nabri Wallace tap-in after Logan Shunney's second of the game tied the match 2-2 late in the fourth quarter. Down at Malloy, Shannon Cormier's penalty stroke was the decisive tally, and Nicole Mercadante added an insurance marker late to give AIC the sweep of the week. Jessica Stone wasn't tested too much, only had to make 3 saves in her back-to-back wins, but she's now second all-time in victories in the history of the program. They'll host number 7 Assumption tonight under the lights at Abdow Field at 7 o'clock, so definitely be sure to be there if you can for what should be a fantastic contest. That brings us to our Athletes of the Week, and it's really no surprise on the men's side that Jason DeMille is going to be named Athlete of the Week after what he did for the football team. 354 yards and 4 touchdowns as he engineered an unbelievable comeback in that 40-33 victory over Pace. He was also the team's leading rusher with 93 rushing yards. On the women's side, Marceline Camayo gets NE10 Rookie of the Week for her second place finish at the Chaclet Invitational. 23:36 was the time, and it's good enough to be AIC Athlete of the Week for the first time in her career as well. So that's the buzz. We want to thank you for tuning in. Before we go, we want to remind you 25 days until hockey season. That's right, folks. Providence College coming up on October 9th at the Mass Mutual Center. Do you have your season tickets yet? If not, swing on over to AICYellowJackets.com/hockey tickets. Click the link and grab yours today. Until then, for everybody in our athletic communications department, I'm Seth Dussault, the voice of the Yellow Jackets. We'll see you at the games.